So you just got sentenced to prison, you don't know what to expect. You're just hoping to God that you get a good cellie. You're hoping to God that you get a good cellie that doesn't hurt or abuse you. You walk into those prison gates for the first time, you get your bunk assigned to you. It's a dorm. It's not a cell, it's a dorm. And you got 100 inmates greeting you like this. What do you do? Oh, I don't want no problems, man. Oh, what is this? Oh, nice to meet y'all too. Let me get in on this. Let me get on this, man. Let me get in on this. Let me get in on this. And I know a lot of y'all probably seen that video already, but guess what? It's got you smiling again, doesn't it? Welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1, and today, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we have a couple clips to review. But we talk about all things prison and crime related. If you're new to this channel, do not forget to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. Now, I have two more videos coming your way today. One is about an individual who gets sentenced to 22 years. He can't believe it. He snaps on the judge. Then the judge snaps back and adds 7 more years to his 22 piece. When it comes down to like the 20th year of doing his bid, he's going to regret every word he said in that courtroom. And the other video, I really don't know what it is. So it's going to be a little surprise for you and me. I can't remember, man. I'll be watching all kinds of clips and my short-term memory kicks in rather quickly. But anyways, let's get into the clips. I hope you enjoy. All right, so the defendant, as a lot of you can already tell, is the guy at the very bottom of the picture with his back facing towards us. And like I said in the beginning of the video, he's about to be sentenced to 22 years, and this guy kirks the hell out. I got my freaking mic on like I'm playing Call of Duty.
There is a presumption in favor of prison, and there is not a lick of evidence here by which the court could override that presumption in favor of prison. The court determines that prison is needed to protect the public from future crime, that a minimum sentence would demean the seriousness of this offender's conduct.
And keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen, he's already done 4 years for robbery. All right, he's been to prison before. He's got a criminal background. 4 years for robbery on the first go was a blessing. The judge blessed his ass, and the judge is the same guy he's in front of right now. What the hell do you think's going to happen when you bring back pretty much the same charges, and you're going in front of the same damn judge that slapped you on the wrist the last time?
The court believes that consecutive sentences are necessary to protect the public and punish this offender. They would not be disproportionate to his conduct and the danger he poses, that the crimes were committed while on post-release control.
Now, for a lot of people, they don't understand what the hell the judge just said. The judge is just breaking down why exactly he's about to get his boots smoked. He's also telling him that he's going to be running these charges consecutive. That's the worst thing you want to hear when you have several felonies. For anybody that doesn't know, let me say it one more time. Concurrent and consecutive are two of the most important words in the courtroom. I'll explain it again very quickly here in a second for all my new viewers.
That the harm is so great or unusual that a single term would not adequately reflect the seriousness of his conduct, and his criminal history shows that consecutive terms are needed to protect the public from future crime. Accordingly, it is the sentence of this court, Anson Bryant, that you serve a period of incarceration in state prison. The court sentences you to prison on count 1, aggravated burglary, felony 1, for 8 years.
8 years. For burglary. Felony 1. That was his first sentencing. 8 years. So now he's about to lace him up with his other charges. He has multiple felonies, remember? And he's going to sentence him to each one of those charges. And consecutive means you're going to have to do time for each one of them.
And 3 years on the firearm specification.
9, 10, 11.
Court sentences you on count 3, aggravated robbery, felony 1, to a period of incarceration in state prison for 8 years. Plus 3 years on the firearm specification.
19, 20, 21, 22 years right now.
Court sentences you on count 6, weapons under disability, felony 3, for 36 months. And on count 7, CCW, felony 4, for 18 months. The court makes the 2 weapons charges, count 6 and 7, concurrent with each other and concurrent to all of the other charges.
So he blessed him a little bit, right? He ran the 2 gun charges concurrent with all the other ones. So those are the only charges he's bottling up to where he doesn't really have to do time for time. But it's not really sparing him because the gun charges really have no time behind them, like the robbery and the burglary. See what I'm saying? So the guy's sparing him a little bit, but it's really no sparing going on because even with them running concurrent, he still has to do consecutive time on the burglary and robbery.
Followed by count 2 for a total of...
Look at him. He's looking at all of his lawyers and all that shit. They ain't even looking at him, man. They know he just got smoked.
22 years with credit for 231 days.
That's a slap in the face, man. 22 years. 22 years, Chief. I'm going to give you credit for 200 of those days because I can do that.
The court determines that you have or will have the ability to pay restitution.
Here we go. It's starting to sit in now, ladies and gentlemen. A 22 blickum piece. You should have learned your lesson the first time you went to prison for 4 years on robbery. You shouldn't have came home on probation and did the same shit again. What the hell do you think was gonna happen, man? If you ever think you're gonna go in the courtroom for the same kind of crime and get spared, think again. You're gonna get your damn boots smoked.
Actually,
you never gave me probation.
Wait a minute.
You never gave me a chance.
You never gave me a chance. Bro, he blessed you, man. 4 years for robbery on the first rip. You got blessed, man. I know people to get 30 years on their first robbery. I was locked up with a dude that robbed a Chinese restaurant. Got 30 years, first offense.
Court determined maximum imprisonment is needed, so it's 11 years on count 1 and 11 years on count 3.
So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the judge took back his sentencing and gave him the max, okay, which is 11 years on F1 of each, which is the burglary and robbery. So he went from 8 to 11 years on each one of those. 6 years added to his sentence because of his outburst in the courtroom. Keep thinking the courtroom is a game. Go in front of the judge on multiple occasions and see what happens. Snap in front of a judge and see what happens. But at the same time, I think it's a little overboard for the judge to give him the max penalty because he snapped after getting 22 years. Who the hell wouldn't snap if your life was snatched away for 22 years, whether you did it or not? That's a long damn time, and a lot of people's emotions are going all through the roof. So for the judge to hit him with the max and add 6 years for him just acting upon emotion, which he could have gotten violent, but he didn't. He was just running his mouth. I think was a little overboard, man.
So I believe I stated that restitution in the amount of $1,298 to victim Arturo Gonzalez. Judgment rendered for that amount to be monitored by the Ohio Adult Parole Authority.
Well, there you have it. The courtroom ends with him talking about $1,000 in restitution to the victim. By the time this guy gets out of prison, there will be no more cash. It will be holographic money. But I don't feel sorry for this guy, not one bit, ladies and gentlemen. He was on probation. He committed the same crime and brought back other ones. I learned to stop doing robberies as soon as I seen someone else get sentenced for it. I learned right there. I didn't even get caught doing the shit. But as soon as I went to jail and seen how many young bucks was getting 20, 15, 30 years for robbery first go, that changed my whole life, man. I never again even thought about doing a robbery.